Hello everyone, this is going to be my interpretation of the look from Super Bass from Nicki Minaj's newest video. Here I'm going to be priming my eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion from the lash line up and onto my eyebrows. Yes, I went onto my eyebrows. This will help hold my brow color later. I'm going to be using a concealer brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is my favorite brush for brushing on my brows. Here I'm using the shade Mocha Latte by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. This shade is an eyeshadow, but I'm using it today because I wanted a deeper brown and more defined look to pull off these colors. I'm making my eyebrows thicker where they begin, toward the bridge of my nose, arching up slightly, and then coming back down and making the tail end of my eyebrows thinner. This helps create a more natural look. I'm trying to get the general shape down, but I'll be perfecting the shape later. Here's a concealer brush from Sigma Beauty. I'm using that along with a concealer by LA Colors called My Stick, Deep Potted in Warm Beige. I'm using that color to help clean up the lines on my eyebrows. This helps provide definition, and it also helps highlight that brow bone area. Doing this also allows me to fix any mistakes that I made when applying the brows, particularly with powder. So now I've got that part done. I'm going to take a blending brush, also by Sigma Beauty, and I'm going to use that to smooth out and blend out the beginning of my brows. This helps make a natural diffused appearance in the beginning of the eyebrow. Once again, helping it appear at least a little more natural. Here I am just touching up the parts that blended too far out. Now I'm touching the inside and making sure that that blends into my actual eyelid. Okay, there we are, touching up the top, making sure that that's neat. Now next in the routine, I'm going to be using Lemonade by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. This is a loose eyeshadow. I'm using that with a C-shaped brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics as well. I like this brush when applying powder, loose powders. I'm actually just patting it onto my eye and then sweeping it once the color has already settled into my eyelid. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Now I'm only coming up to the crease, or slightly, just slightly over it, because that's where I want that color to end. It'll go up a little higher once I blend, but this is where I want it to begin. Now I've got the yellow on, and now it's time to use an additional shade. In this particular case, I'm going to be using a color called Baby Blue by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. This is a matte-based loose shadow. I'm sweeping it on and patting at the same time to get it to look the way that I want it to look. This also helps your color remain true to form. So now I'm patting and I'm lining it up with where the yellow ended. This creates a two-tone color block. Now my goal is to take a blending brush and to get these two colors to mix. Now the blending brush that I showed you is a brush that will later be available from Pink Stiletto Cosmetics, but is not available at this moment. I'll let you know as soon as it is. I'm using this blending brush to blend the two colors together. You can use any blending brush that you own. Now I'm taking a angled eyeshadow brush or defining brush, and I'm using Fairy, also by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. It's one of their sheer shades. It's a bluish and purple sheer shade, and it looks really good when working with blues and purples. So I'm using that as my transitional shade to bring and blend the color up into my brow bone. Now I'm taking my blending brush again, and I'm using Frost by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. That's a shimmery white shade, and I'm using that right underneath, directly below my brow bone and right above where the fairy ends, and I'm blending that down for definition. This will help the color stand out, as well as to highlight my brows and make my features look better. This also opens the face area. Here I'm going to be using Pretty Powder and Pearls. I'm using an angled powder brush from Sigma Beauty, and I'm applying it on the cheekbones. I'm applying it in one strip down my nose and also on my forehead area. You'll also see me use the same shade lower near my jawline to also highlight. This helps provide dimension in your makeup look and prevents your face and foundation from looking flat. Particularly in the summer, this is a good routine to have. I'm putting a little on my upper lip as well as a little on my lower lip. Here I'm using Dollface blush by Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. It's a buildable shade. If you brush it on lightly, it appears to be a soft pink. If you keep rubbing it in, it gets hotter pink. Here I've used it with a medium touch and blended it in with a powder brush. Now I'm taking a big fluffy powder brush and I'm using that to blend the shade a little more before I use my angled brush that still has the Pretty Powder and Pearls to blend that all in for a glowy look. Here I'm using the concealer brush with a lip whip called What a Doll from Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. This is a super bright pink. It has no pearl effect to it, so it's almost like a matte tone, but of course it has gloss. And I'm going to apply that with the concealer brush because I find that that's the best brush that works for using a lip whip. And lip whips are called lip whips because they have to be whipped in the jar to activate. So this is the end of the look. I'm using mascara Almay to blend in my lashes. I've omitted that portion to help save time. Now I did forget to show you guys the part where I use lemonade on my outer lower lash and frost on my inner lower lash into my tear duct. I hope you like the look, guys. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Dollface Blush, What a Doll Lip Whip, Baby Blue Eyeshadow, Lemonade Eyeshadow, Pretty Powder and Pearls, and the look still shines. Enjoy.